Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Grayscale here with an update. Grayscale Crypto Snapshot, our weekly snapshot of the 10 top crypto assets by 1 week returns. So this is just the last week, guys, as of September the 18th here. So these are the numbers over the last week. So the week before that, starting September the 11th. XRP in number 1 with 1 week returns, 9.6%. So Avalanche, guys, following that, 8.4. Bitcoin at 8.1. We got Binance Coin 5.7, Toncoin 5.2, Dogecoin, Ethereum, Solana, and then in the negative, Cardano and Tron. Rounding out those top 10 now, XRP has been a new addition here. It is funny, Ito Farina here saying, XRP always in the number 1. I'm sure Grayscale is trying to tell us something. I would not doubt it for a second. I have a feeling that, these companies, even though they are, supposed to be impartial and unbiased, they probably do have their thumb on the pulse of the XRP community and put this out so that we retweet it time and time again. It's already got 205 retweets here, 659 likes. As you guys know, XRP was recently added to that Grayscale Trust. I did a video on that just the other day, which I will link up here in the top right-hand corner. And guys, here's some more updated information. Chad Steingraber here bringing this to our attention. The Grayscale XRP Trust Fund has nearly tripled in assets under management because as investors buy more shares, Grayscale in turn buys more XRP to back the fund. That is just how it works. So you guys can see here, assets under management, that is now up to $646,729.06. And now the cost, XRP per share is at $19.98, almost at $20 there. So XRP Drops did also post some more information about this. NAV per share is at $11.49. That was, I think that was a while ago. That was just yesterday, was it? No, it's up 11.44. So it's up 11.44%. That is what the article says here. Grayscale XRP Trust sees an 11.44% NAV growth since launch, showing the rising institutional interest. So a new product here. Obviously, those institutional buyers. This is the XRP chart, by the way, for that Grayscale Trust. The XRP interest is growing over there at Grayscale. Institutional adoption is also going to be growing. Of course, the Bitcoin ETF saw their time in the sun back in January, and that brought the price of Bitcoin up. Of course, there were many of those for Bitcoin, so we're only seeing this one particular product here being released from Grayscale for XRP specifically, but that is not to say that more won't come down the pipe very, very soon. Right now, market is feeling very, very bullish, I gotta say. Bitcoin has to breach that former lower low, which we're getting very, very close to. We could even breach that today. I mean, hopefully we get past that today. We will see. That is at about $65,000 per coin, $65,100 per BTC. So, we're in that spot. XRP, though, seeing some traction here at the institutional level. And, the more institutional interest there is for this XRP Grayscale Trust, as I said, Grayscale has to keep purchasing XRP. So that is some great news there. We've also got some news kind of related to this. DBS Bank to launch crypto options and structured notes for institutions. So this just came out a few days ago. DBS is also, by the way, a Ripple partner. Not that that has anything to do with this necessarily, but an interesting point here. Singapore's DBS Bank will launch over-the-counter crypto options trading and structured notes for its institutional clients. On September the 17th, the bank announced that it would offer financial products linked to the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two biggest digital assets by market cap. So obviously they're going to use, they're going to start offering products for the top two and probably continue, I guess just based on how this goes, to get into other products. DBS said that starting in fourth quarter of 2024, clients who want exposure to these crypto assets can invest in the assets through options trading and structured notes. A crypto options contract derives its value from the price of the underlying cryptocurrencies. So here, investors engage in hedging on the price volatility of the assets. The contract allows traders to buy or sell assets at an agreed time and date. So same as typical stock options. But instead with cryptocurrencies, according to DBS, clients who custody their Bitcoin and Ethereum with DBS can hedge their positions against market volatility using different option structures. So that's also very interesting. Also down here, it says DBS continues to adopt Web3 infrastructure. So in terms of their infrastructure, and this is maybe where the RippleNet technology will come in, DBS Bank is increasingly diving into Web3. On August the 13th, the bank launched a pilot introducing DBS Treasury tokens on a permission EVM-compatible blockchain. This move aims to enhance corporate liquidity management in multiple markets. So, again, guys, we're still just at the beginning of this. Cryptocurrency adoption, I don't know if you guys saw that that adoption chart that I posted in a video probably a few weeks ago now. We are only at the beginning. We are pretty much, if you compare it to the internet, if the internet's been around since, let's say, 1995, and now we're in 2024, we're basically at 1999-ish, 2000. We're really still near the beginning. Things really didn't start to take off till the mid-2000s and into the late 2000s, and really into the 2010s is where internet really did start to take off. So we're starting to see, we're still in the infancy stage. We're starting to grow up, but guys, it's going to take some time. This is why purchasing cryptocurrencies now, probably a good thing, keeping a portion for the long term. Obviously, though, trading some out during this bull run. For more information on what I'm doing personally, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It is not financial advice. Basically, I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing, and you can do with that what you please. Moving along, though, guys, another Ripple partner, TPay, is collaborating with MSB. MSB, for those of you guys who do not know, is the Vietnam Maritime Commercial Joint Stock Bank. We'll call them the Vietnam Maritime Bank, though, just as a quicker way to say that. So they've signed a strategic cooperation agreement with Ripple partner TPay, a global money movement company. This collaboration will bring digital payment solutions and data capabilities to help MSB enhance efficiency and offer the best payment service experience to customers by bringing down costs and reducing transaction times. So according to forecasts from the Bank of England, the cross-border payment market is expected to grow by $100 trillion in the next 10 years. Okay, so in the next decade. Think of that for a second, guys. 100 trillion, reaching over 250 trillion by 2027. So that is only a few years away, and that is humongous. Along with the pace of digitization, the demand for real-time global payments is becoming increasingly urgent. However, unlike domestic transfers, international money transfers continue to be complex, time-consuming, and costly even today. So who better to partner with? A Ripple partner, in this case, TPay. And these banks around the world, they realize that the clock is ticking, right? ISO 20022 integration has to occur at a certain point for these different banks. I guess they all have, they're figuring it out on their own timelines, depending on the budget of each bank, right? Because each bank is bigger or smaller, just depending. But anyway, MSB and TPay, they aim to break down these barriers, enabling to use financial services more quickly, conveniently, and reliably. Of course, it only makes sense if you do want to offer a better product to your customer, a better service. According to the corporation agreement, MSB and TPay will provide payment solutions, payment infrastructure, and other products and services to partners and or customers, simultaneously introducing each other's products and services to partner customers who have a need for them. So big news here, guys, coming from another Ripple partner, partnering up with MSB, the Vietnam Maritime Commercial Bank. So great news there coming out of Southeast Asia. Want to keep moving along because I saw another article here with regards to Ripple partner Temos, one of the big three. I was talking about Finastra in this morning's video. If you guys didn't catch that video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. Well, Temos, as I said, Temos is one of the big three. There's Temos, Finastra, and ACI worldwide. In this case, though, Temos and DFSS now offers a wallet as a service platform that enables organizations to easily create and integrate and manage digital assets at scale, delivering enhanced wallet security and efficiency for financial institutions and fintech companies. So guys, they are doing this at scale. The scale now is still fairly small. Think of what that scale will be, though, in 10 years, right? If they're assuming that the market, just going back to this last article here, this is just cross-border payments too. If it's going to go over $100 trillion in the next decade, you got to think, that's just one facet of this market. But managing digital assets in terms of just what people are going to be holding. So DFSS, the leading provider of this solution, today announced that their DFSS wallet infrastructure is available on the Temos exchange, the partner ecosystem of integrated fintech solutions. This partnership makes DFSS the first European digital asset infrastructure provider to integrate with Temos specifically. And there's a press release down here. The DFSS wallet infrastructure delivers critical business benefits, tailored to the needs of institutional finance and banks. By integrating with Temos, our solution offers services such as key authentication, identity and access, blockchain, wallet and transaction management. This partnership differentiates our offering by connecting our secure and compliant wallets with a rigorous standards in business, logistics, and financial institutions. Our platform ensures bank-grade security, flexibility, key deployment options, and seamless integration with existing financial systems, making it an ideal choice for decision makers in purchasing, procurement, and compliance teams. So they're partnering up again with Temos, a Ripple partner, one of the bigger ones for these institutional, no-nonsense grade solutions for digital asset capability, specifically in Europe. Great news here, guys. Coming from DFSS, And the more we see the need for XRP, guys, the more there's going to be a want to buy. And it's not just going to be the raw cryptocurrency, it's going to be exchange traded products, because, this is how people are going to get into that. This is why they decided to go ahead with Bitcoin ETFs. People aren't going around buying Bitcoin. They're buying the Bitcoin related products. And then the institutions buy the raw crypto asset like the Bitcoin or the XRP or what have you. Well, guys, here's something that's a little disconcerting. BlackRock has revealed it's quietly preparing for a $35 trillion Federal Reserve dollar crisis with Bitcoin. So they are going to be using Bitcoin, I'm guessing, to hedge against this dollar crisis. You know what this means, though. It's going to create a sudden spark and then a price boom. So you guys have seen it before, maybe you haven't. Bitcoin moves, then the rest of the cryptocurrency market moves. Bitcoin has suddenly surged higher following the Federal Reserve's first post-pandemic interest rate cut, as you guys probably did notice the other day. And now, as the fear swirls on US dollar is on the verge of a total collapse, the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, has warned of the growing concerns around the spiraling $35 trillion US debt pile that's predicted to drive institutional interest in Bitcoin. So BlackRock is highlighting that. BlackRock is predicting that specifically. The growing concerns, here's a quote, the growing concerns of U.S., let me just pause that. The growing concerns in the U.S. and abroad over the state of U.S. federal deficits and debt has increased the appeal of potential alternative reserve assets as a potential hedge against possible future events affecting the U.S. dollar. The quote continues down here. This is why some have called Bitcoin the Second Amendment of money. It's a great one. Bloomberg Intelligence ETF analyst Eric Balchunas posted on X, adding that the U.S. debt pile of $35 trillion that's growing at a clip of $1 trillion every 100 days has no end in sight. Remember that name, guys, Eric Balchunas, because we're going back to that in a second. This dynamic appears to also be taking hold of other countries where debt accumulation has been significant. The authors of the BlackRock paper added, in our experience with clients to date, this explains a substantial portion of the recent broadening institutional interest in Bitcoin. So it's looking as though the writing is on the wall, and BlackRock is ready for this. They already have, I think, the biggest Bitcoin ETF to date, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe they do. They realize, how important Bitcoin is going to be to this new financial framework. And even in July, BlackRock's chief executive officer, Larry Fink, he said that he had been wrong about Bitcoin when he previously dismissed it as an index of money laundering, admitting Bitcoin is digital gold and is a legitimate financial instrument. So here you have it, guys. BlackRock now saying, okay, be prepared. People are going to flock to Bitcoin if this dollar does collapse. And you got to remember, right, the institutions and even the individual investors that are, from a professional background, that hire institutions, that hire the Fidelities of the world and the BlackRocks and the whoever to manage their money. They're going to say, I want exposure to Bitcoin. I want exposure to whatever, XRP perhaps. And so how do I do that? How do I do that, guys? There's going to be a need for more of these types of products. Well, check this out. European banks are rolling out regulated crypto trading services for all their retail customers right now. This one courtesy of Smoke. And DZ Bank just did this, I believe it was yesterday, September the 19th. DZ Bank is another Ripple partner, so this is all licensed. This means retail investors will now have access to regulated institutions that securely and responsibly manage their crypto assets. These institutions are legally required to protect and safeguard digital assets using advanced security measures. It all starts this year, guys. This is a game-changing moment, and it allows retail investors to benefit from institutional-level security and protection for their crypto assets. It's also a major step towards enabling retail customers to generate passive income safely with the backing of large financial institutions. This is becoming mainstream crypto adoption, if you guys haven't guessed yet. So this is Börse Stuttgart Digital. They provide crypto infrastructure to DZ Bank, a Ripple partner, and their crypto infrastructure partner, DZ Bank, they're representing the German cooperative banking group, one of the largest banking groups in Europe, and the second largest one in Germany. Leveraging Börse Stuttgart Digital's regulated institutional crypto infrastructure solutions, DZ Bank will enable 700 cooperative banks to offer their retail customers to trade cryptocurrencies and to securely store them in a licensed fiduciary custody. The implementation of technical and operational setup has already been started. The first banks are to be connected as early as this year with a phased rollout. and a first testing phase of selected retail customers. So they're being the first enabled players in Europe to offer cryptocurrencies to retail customers on this scale. This represents a significant milestone in the mass adoption of cryptocurrencies. So guys, it's happening in Europe first. But again, as they say here, the first stepping stone for mass adoption of cryptocurrencies. And again, I'm going to reiterate it one more time. When the plebes come out and they say, uh-oh, panic, 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 the dollar is plunging. How do I safeguard myself? How do I hedge my bets? Oh, I need to buy cryptocurrencies. They're not going to be buying the raw cryptocurrencies that we see on the exchange that we're actually invested in here. They're going to be buying an exchange-traded product or a derivative product for those cryptocurrencies, whether it's Bitcoin or XRP or something else. Guys, all signs are pointing to cryptocurrencies making this move. So this brings me to this point here. Anders on Twitter bringing this up. Agenda for Ripple's Swell event. Okay, we know Ripple is holding their Swell event this year in Miami. Day 1, October the 14th. Taking stock, crypto ETFs. Check this out. Powered by Bloomberg, this session will discuss the evolving role of ETFs in the investment world and explore their future impact on market dynamics and portfolio strategies. And guys, look who's involved. Hunter Horsley, Chief Executive Officer at Bitwise Asset Management. Tim McCourt, Senior Managing Director, Global Head of Equities and FX and Alternative Products at CME Group. And I told you to remember his name, Eric Balchunas, Senior ETF Analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence. All going to be talking at Ripple's Swell event, the cryptocurrency company that utilizes XRP exclusively. I think it's pretty much only a matter of time before we eventually do see that XRP ETF. And before these institutions need to start actually by law having to buy XRP in order to bolster their ETFs, because if there's demand for it, guys, if people realize, oh, this is the cryptocurrency that's going to solve problems in the future, I'm going to want some exposure to that. Well, the institutions will be buying XRP, the price will be going up, the demand will be going up. Even Brad Garlinghouse has gone on the record himself saying an XRP ETF is the most logical step.
I'm sure you've seen there's buzz out there about potentially an XRP ETF being in the future. What do you make of that speculation?
Well, Kaylee, good to see you. I think it only makes sense there will be other ETFs. It's a little like, the earliest days of the stock market. You don't really want exposure to one stock or one company. You want to typically think about diversifying risk and what have you. And so I think we will see other ETFs. When we will see them is hard to predict.
So you would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and I think it's inevitable that there'll be, multiple ETFs around different tokens. I think you'll even see ETFs potentially around baskets that also, I think, further diversify that risk.
Given there's so much excitement around the ETF dynamic here, are you in talks with the largest issuers, particularly Blackrock, to get this done?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that. I know Blackrock has said some things publicly. We think it makes sense for the XRP community overall.
It certainly does. I mean, everybody's going to go crazy once we do have an XRP ETF readily available for trading. It only makes sense, as per Brad Garlinghouse, the fact that they're having these speakers over there at Swell. It seems like something is brewing behind the scenes, something that'll eventually bring the price of XRP even higher than it is today. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.